This is End Bad Governance YouTube platform. Please subscribe to stay connected, and thanks for watching our videos.
Some breaking news now. In Burkina Faso, there are reports that 200 soldiers have been killed in attacks by an Al-Qaeda affiliate. It happened in the northern province of Lorum. The attacks follow an earlier assault in which 60 soldiers were killed at a military post in the same province. Nearly half of Burkina Faso is not under government control, and attacks from armed groups linked to Al-Qaeda on the rise, not only in Burkina Faso, but other African countries in the Sahel. Let's go to Nicholas Hack. He joins us live from Dakar. Nicholas, what more do we know about what happened?
Well, this attack took place in Djibo. That's around 200 kilometers away from the center of power in Ouagadougou. And according to an eyewitness, a teacher that works in the school of Djibo, he says the atmosphere currently is of fear, smoke, and destruction. It was an attack that lasted not hours, but days. And one of the major military outposts that's supposed to protect this town of about 200,000 people was razed to the ground. Such is the violence, or such is the firepower of the armed groups that was used during this attack. It's not just Sole, it's Djibo, it's also the town of Diapaga, where there was, according to eyewitnesses, Russian mercenaries involved there. So this is one of the deadliest attacks in Burkina Faso. And it comes just at a moment where Ibrahim Traoré has been saying that the country has been gaining territory, actually encouraging people to go back to their homes. But this latest attack proves the opposite. But there has been no confirmation from the government of this attack just yet. Marlene?
And Nicholas, explain to us the context here, because this is just the latest violent attack this month, isn't it?
That's right. I mean, just yesterday, an armed group, so Jamaat Nusratul Islam wal Muslimin, that's based out of Mali, that's claimed responsibility for this attack, killing 200 soldiers in Burkina Faso, launched an attack also on Ivory Coast, Mali, Burkina Faso, 3 countries under attack by one armed group based out of Mali. This is a blow to these military juntas, especially I'm talking about Mali and Burkina Faso, that have been saying that they've been gaining ground. Well, it seems that there's more and more soldiers that are dying. Now, I spoke to one military official from Burkina Faso's armed forces. He says that those numbers are exaggerated, but there is a video circulating on social media from the Al-Qaeda affiliate warning people to leave their homes, that they will continue to invade large territories. And what we're seeing here is a pivot point where these armed groups that normally attack villages are now trying to take over towns. It's a major blow for Burkina Faso's armed forces. And it comes just as Ibrahim Traoré was visiting Russia, saying to Vladimir Putin that it needed more training, more arms to fight off armed groups. Marlene?
Many thanks for that. Nicholas Hack there for us live in Dakar.
Rewriting the propagandas of the Western media outlets and the Western puppets. Stay tuned. This is End Bad Governance.
Wallahi do Djibo, wallahi do Djibo, Allahu Akbar wahdahu la sharika lahu. Wallahi do Djibo, Allah fabu mu'minin Allah. هذه البردة الله أكبر. الحمد لله الحمد لله إن جت الله سبحانه وتعالى مفوي فيدا. الحمد لله على نعمة الجهاد. الله أكبر.
Yesterday, Ibrahim Traoré, the president of Burkina Faso, lost 200 soldiers who were guarding him, killed by the jihadist group a lot of investigation were done in Burkina Faso, where it was conducted by Traore. What is currently happening? Most of African presidents are against the president of Burkina Faso. They don't want him to be in power. They are working hard to see the downfall of Ibrahim Traore. And there is something that has just happened today. And all the people in Jimbo are very happy after thorough investigation, after thorough research that was conducted after the killing of 200 soldiers the previous day. Today, 500 terrorists have been arrested in Jimbo. 150 of them have been killed by the government of Ibrahim Traore. Remember very well that after Ibrahim Traore came back from Russia, he said that he requested to be given only 2 weeks to eliminate all these jihadist groups that are against Burkina Faso. And he has said that there are some of the people that are working with this jihadist group and they are really trying so hard to bring him down. What happened in Jibo and who are these terrorists that have been arrested? These are secrets that they have revealed on the people that sent them. Who are the people that sent this jihadist group that killed 200 soldiers in Burkina Faso? Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for the support. Thanks so much for the love. God bless you. God bless you. If you are new here, kindly subscribe and click the notification button for you to never ever miss any story that we post here in our channel, because we always focus on whatever that is trending in the world of internet. We are here to educate you. We are here to give you trending news on whatever that is happening in Africa. As we always say, we are Africans and Africa is our business. That is what we always talk about. That is what we try our best to educate our viewers on whatever that is happening in Africa. On our today news is that 500 terrorists have been arrested in Jibo, the northern part of Burkina Faso, and these 500 terrorists were the one that led to the killing of 200 soldiers that were protecting Ibrahim Traore. It's not 200. That is what the Western media wants people to understand, that it was 200 soldiers that were killed. The approximate number of the soldiers that were killed yesterday in Burkina Faso in a serious gun battle between the terrorists and the military of the Burkina base, it was 80 soldiers that lost their life. 70 of them were injured. In that process also, 500 terrorists were arrested. And Ibrahim Traore said that they killed 150 terrorists in also that process. Something that made people to be very happy. The terrorists, after they have been arrested, after a lot of torturing, they confess and reveal the people that sent them to conduct that activities in Burkina Faso. It was the West country that sent them to do that. Everyone is worried. Everyone is afraid on whatever that is happening on the ground. Why are people against Ibrahim Traore? And they are working hard to see the downfall of Traore, something that is not going to happen. Most of Africans are behind Ibrahim Traore because he's the future. Just 37 years old, and whatever this guy has done to Burkina Faso, it's really amazing. Promising and doing it. Remember that after trip from Russia, he said that he's going to finish all the terrorist group in the Sahel, the northern Sahel. He did it. He's really trying so hard to make sure that the Burkinabés are living a good life without this terror group. Remember that before Ibrahim Traore came to power in the year 2021, the terrorists were used to be attacking them. The terrorists used to bring Burkina Faso down. Most of the people have lost their life from this terror group that is happening in Burkina Faso. Back then it was known as the Upper Volta, but they are really trying so hard Ibrahim Traore has given the Burkinabés hope to live. Everyone had lost hope. Everyone didn't know that they were going to survive the generation. But this guy has given also most of the youth in Africa that you can do it. Believe in change and believe in yourself. For you to bring change, change starts with you. For you to be able to bring your country to be better, it starts with you. That is what Ibrahim Traore has done to make Burkina Faso a great country in Africa. There is so many people that didn't know Burkina Faso back then, the time of Paul Henry Damiba, the time of Compaore, the time of Thomas Sankara. But right now, most of the youths believe in Ibrahim Traore. Not only Africa, but the whole of world. Most of the youth right now have hope that you can lead a certain country. Most of the youth are ready to vie for this big political seat. And we are seeing them in the House of Parliament, right? Because of Ibrahim Traore, like the president of Senegal, who is very young, very, very young, and is also the president. Burkina Faso, the president is only 37 years old and is leading a multitude of Burkinabés because of just hope. Ibrahim Traore, his plan is just to unite the whole of Africa. A lot of propaganda going through this Western media that it was 200 soldiers that lost their life, which is not true. And there is something that has just happened once again. The Venezuela president has sent 200 military to Burkina Faso to go and protect Ibrahim Traore. Everyone didn't see this coming after a meeting in Russia where the president of Venezuela met with Ibrahim Traore, and he promised that he's going to do his best to make sure that this terror group are put down. The terrorists, yesterday, most of them surrendered and most of them were killed in that process. It means that Ibrahim Traore is fighting for the Burkina base with the support of Russia, North Korea, and the support of China. They are really trying so hard to make sure that each and every country in Africa can survive without the support of the West. Most of African countries get 60% of their commodities from the West. Burkina Faso have proven and given hope to countries like Ghana, countries like Namibia, countries like Angola, countries like Mali to believe like something may be done and anything is possible through God. We don't need the West for our country to move forward. We just have to have hope and believe in ourselves. As you are talking, Africa was recognized as the poorest continent in the whole world. Right now, Africa is coming. It means that the West can never ever survive without the support of Africa. They need Africa for them to continue with their daily activities. Viva, viva, viva Traore. You have bring hope to most of African youths. Without you, some people could live without hope. We hope for the best, and we know very well that soon there's going to be change in Burkina Faso. Someone like Paul Henry Damiba, someone like Thomas Sankara, someone like Compaore haven't done whatever that you have done in Burkina Faso, bringing free education. Right now, as you are talking, there is free housing in Burkina Faso. People are living without paying anything. People are not paying tax, a lot of tax in Burkina Faso. Farming activities has increased. The GDP has increased from 18 million. Right now, as you are talking, the GDP of Burkina Faso, it's 23 billion. The president that took the government through a coup, he has proven that democracy at times cannot help a country. But the love and the passion that you have towards your own country can make you to be great, and do it for your own people. Don't do it for your own stomach. If you compare Kenya and Burkina Faso, the president came in through a coup and he has done wonders. As you are talking, most of the youths here in Kenya really trust, and people have declared that Ibrahim Traore is the lion of Africa. This guy is doing a lot of wonders. Some of them are saying that he's the president of Africa. Viva, viva this terrorist group. He has said that he has remained with only 1 week to eliminate this terrorist that is going on in the northern part of Burkina Faso with the help of Russia, China, North Korea, and right now 200 of Venezuelan military are in Burkina Faso to fight this jihadist group. They confessed, the leader who was arrested confessed that it was the West that sent them to destabilize the country in Burkina Faso. Their aim is to kill innocent people, and they claim that the president of Burkina Faso, who is Ibrahim Traore, is the one that did that. We should have hope as African. As we are saying that we are Africans and Africa is our business. That is what we always talk about. That is what we do our best to bring unity amongst ourselves. We as Africans, the time that we unite is the time that we can make our country to be great. Let's meet next time in our next episode. I've been your host, Jeff Otieno. Everything that has been happening in the Western media is propaganda. Whatever that I've talked about here is something that has just happened on the ground. We are Africans, and whatever that we talk about is something that is happening in Africa. It's up to you to trust the Western media or the African media. What we have talked about here is the honest truth. Until next time, we'll say game over.